Hello there. We are at our community garden, which is the garden that I share with my neighbor. So today I hope you will come with me in cleaning up this garden bed. We're going to clean up and prune the lamb's ears. You can see that it is in need of just cleanup in general, and since this is going to be degrading pretty quickly, we're just going to actually insert below the mulch that's on top, and then we're also going to be pruning up some of these shrubs like gardenias just to make it look more tidy. Both of them are on the leggy side. Actually, I do have 3. So we're going to take care of these guys. So that way the space will look more tidy, ready for spring. And also I might prune this Viburnum as well. This is the Arrowood Viburnum. This one, I think these are called water sprites, or I think that's what they're called. We're going to take those off and just kind of clean up this a little bit and just making it look more, I guess, aesthetically pleasing, more sculptural. Hopefully you'll be inspired to get something done in your own garden as well. All right, so before we get started, let's give you an overview of this garden space. And you can see there are some weeds there too, so we'll take care of weeds as well. I have the lamb's ears on at the borders, so they will help with weed suppression as much as possible. We have 3 sunshine, actually 4 sunshine ligustrums. Here's another gardenia, more lamb's ears, lemongrass, which was already pruned up. This one is another gardenia. It is struggling. It was transplanted in the late last year. There's another Chinese Snowball Viburnum there. More lamb's ears, and I just put these creeping phlox earlier. And they just got a little too hot, so hopefully they'll do fine. Dwarf Alberta spruce, so I have 3 of those. I believe this is winterberry holly. It looks dead, I know. And we got 2 kinds of irises. This is my neighbor's. She planted this one. This is a yellow iris, and I got that iris from my husband's grandmother. It is the one with red blooms, like reddish orange blooms. And we got some situation with ant beds. So there's one there. There's also one over there. So we'll have to take care of that and be careful. All right, so I've already hand sanitized. I've already sanitized all the tools, so they're ready to go. And we're just gonna go ahead and do the lamb's ears first. You can't see, but some of the dead leaves some of them have already died back, melted to the ground, which is good. So like in this case, there's nothing really to do but just to prune the stems that I do not want. Like this one is already dead, so we're gonna take care of those. That was easy. Now, just giving you a history of this garden bed. There used to be 2 sweet gum trees that were here, but they have grown so much that they have lifted up the cement driveway right there. So because of that, we made the decision to go ahead and take them out. They were beautiful, but at the same time, we didn't like the fact that it was damaging the integrity of the driveway, and then also they would drop lots of gumballs and they were not fun. I didn't mind, but I guess my husband like pointed them out and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I always found them very cute. But the main reason why we took them out was because it was lifting up our driveway, cement there, and if we didn't take them out, I think it would continue to make it more worse than it was already was. So my neighbor was the one who wanted to add some kind of plants here. So you had the iris there, and then everything else was just whatever weeds that were, you know, spreading their seeds here. They would be here, and it took a while for me to just say, that's it. I cannot stand this anymore. And then started just laying mulch, pulling out weeds, and then just slowly putting in plants. Now I do want to put in plants that are more like ground covers. This would be the weed that was covered in this area. Not sure what it's called. But the good thing about that weed is when you pull it, it would come in like strands. So you could get a lot of it at one time. That was the predominant weed. And this is what I'm doing, just tucking this in. I'm not adding any more mulch like I did with some of the other spaces you saw in previous videos, because there's just a lot of mulch already that has not broken down yet. I'm gonna leave these towards the edges. That's where we get a lot of the weed seeds coming up. I hope you're getting good weather where you're at. It's been nice here, but it's more towards, it feels more like summer weather right now. So hopefully you're getting better weather, and if you're still covered with snow, hopefully a lot of the snow has melted for you. Here's the one with the ant bed. So I'm gonna just focus on this side. The reason we have a lot of mulch too is because we get lots of leaves that fall in this area. So over time, it just gets collected. There's pine needles and other leaves. Oh wow, that seemed to take forever, and it's hot too. Please do not work in the middle of the day like I am doing right now, especially if you have like medical conditions. So now what we're gonna do is prune the gardenias. And there's one that looks really bad, looks really fried. So let me show you that one, and I will show you how I go about pruning something like this. All right, I am not an expert, but I can show you what I do based on my experience. So you can see that the leaves look pretty fried. So one of two ways you can tell whether this is still alive or not. So if you bend the stems or the branches, they should still be flexible, which they do look flexible. You can do this, they're not breaking off, but they're struggling, of course, the branches. The other best way to know this is a good sign, if you can do a scratch test, if it's green, it's still alive. I can still see that it's green. Sometimes it may be green down here, but it may be dead up here. So let's do the scratch test here. Oh, still green up there too, which is nice. All right, so this plant may be in shock from our transplant last fall. So we're just gonna take off as many as we can. And I should have done this before, I just neglected it. So we're gonna take off the top branches. This is so that it will encourage the plant to put up new growth, and then also we're putting less stress on the plant. And that's what I should have done when I transplanted it, but I was too lazy. But I also wanted to see if it could still do well. Apparently it did not, or it is not doing well. I don't know, the leaves look like they're goners. They're not going to come back. Hopefully the plant will be able to photosynthesize without having leaves, which I've seen this plant does, but at the same time it would always have leaves that were alive. So these leaves down here, just a few of them are still, I think they're still alive. They can probably do photosynthesis. Now I don't know if this plant needs a few leaves to do photosynthesis, or it can come back from having no leaves as long as the plant is alive. That I am not sure. But we will experiment together and see what happens. Cut down as much as I can here. Oh, I want to go down some more. Let's go down some more and just hope for the best. here we're hoping that it would produce more buds there at the node. Let's go down some more here. So we're going down a lot here. All right, so you saw this. You saw how it started and how it's looking now. All right, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get more blooms. If not, that's fine. The plant will look more lush and full. Let me see what it looks like. All right, here it is. I think we will leave it like this for now. I would say I took maybe 6 inches off. So I could go down some more, but we'll leave it like right here and see what happens. I think this one is pretty lush, pretty full, so we'll just take this part out, some of it. All right, I was not planning on pruning this Chinese Snowball Viburnum, but Why not? Why not just go ahead and do it? Because you can see that it does not have a nice structure. It's bare on this side, and then there are branching or branches on this side. So let's go ahead and raise up the canopy of this side and then take out this, I think, water spurt or something. I think that's what you call it. It's just shooting straight up. So we'll go ahead and take this wonky one off, and then we're going to take out these branches here. Let's see where it starts to look nice. I mean, right here doesn't look bad. I wish there was one that's growing this way, but there's nothing. All right, so let's take this one. I think we are good for right now, just like that. And we'll revisit later on, either in the fall or next year. We will see how this will develop. What makes these guys different is because they're shooting straight up. There's no branching. This one off too. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and take out the ones that are crisscrossing badly, that is. All right, I think we're gonna call that done. All right, we will call this project done for now. It's getting really hot. So I'll walk around and show you what the area looks like. It could be, you know, more neat, more organized, but this garden bed is pretty low maintenance. I don't do much to it. And I know the lamb's ears, I could not, like the dead leaves, I could not insert all of them into like under the other mulch. It's just because there's just a lot of it. But it doesn't look bad, the whole thing. It's going to, the leaves of the lamb's ears will die down, and it should be fine. And this garden bed is ever changing just because we always get lots of leaves falling in here, and there's already a thick layer already. And when the lamb's ears die down, you won't really see anything, and then you'll have new leaves falling down here. That's why I decided not to like put nice mulch here, because I had done it in the past, and then like the next month later you'll see more leaves on, you know, here. So I decided to just let it do its natural thing, and then with the lamb's ear leaves dying off, those ones, you know, they'll become part of the garden bed too. So it's, everything is all natural, you can say, in this garden bed. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around and just walk you around the space and show you. And then in the evening time, I might do a B-roll when it's a lot cooler, and I'll definitely water this garden bed, and eventually the rest of the other garden spaces, because it's been windy and it's been dry. The lamb's ears do look a lot more cleaner. All right, here. There's that ant bed, and let me show you from this angle. Unfortunately, you'll see the trash bin down there. So it's just a simple garden space there, just like this look right here. And eventually, I think I will start keeping these three and then prune everything down out. So that's it. Very simple. It would have taken shorter time if it weren't this hot. Again, please do not do any gardening around this time of the day. It's just too hot. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you found some of it helpful. And until the next video, I hope you take care. Bye for now.